be the one that kills you. You can see in your eyes that we want away. Stop really saying, so we're running out now. We fight every way, crashing every day. And if you feel afraid, we won't leave you.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, if you haven't noticed from the title, this is another product review for the company Just Retainers. I did a product review for them back, I think it's been about 2.5, 3 months ago. But since, you guys, they have made some amazing improvements and changes to their product, and I'm honored to be able to be chosen to bring that new improvement to you guys here today on my channel so that you guys are up to date on all of what's new at Just Retainers. If you guys remember and go back to my video, I'll have it linked up here. I was having issues with getting my impressions right. You guys, they have made improvements to their putty to make it more manageable and easy. And if you compare my last video with today's video, you're gonna see just how much easier it is. And guys, my promo code Kimberly's Journey 10 is still active. It is still good to use. You can get 10% off the upper and lower kit, so make sure you check into that at the end of this video. I do want to point out that do not rely on Just Retainers for an emergency pair. You would want to get these as a backup pair, but make sure you already have a pair that is good to use. If you're contacting Just Retainers for an emergency pair, you have to understand this is a timely process. It takes a little bit for you to get your impressions and then send them in before you can get your retainers back. And within that time frame, your teeth can shift. So please do not rely on Just Retainers for emergencies. So with their last kit, the putty was a different color, and it was also in a different type of packaging, and also their mouth trays were a different color as well. The kit that you get is still the same. It still comes in this white box. Opening our box up, inside you're gonna see some changes already. It's a different kind of containers that the putty comes in, and the trays are a different color. The trays previously were yellow. Now your upper and lower trays are this pretty blue. I really like that color. I think it's fun and bright and cheerful. Previously in the kit, the putty was two different colors. It was white and blue. Now the putty is purple and white, and it was also in cling wrap, which ate into the time to get the putty out for you to mold your two pieces together before you could even put it in your mouth tray. Now your putty is in these nice little plastic containers, and you're going to mix the two. And whereas before you were only given 30 seconds, now you have 1.5 minutes to be able to get your putty mixed together, get it just right, get it in your trays before you put it in your mouth, and you hold it in place for 6 minutes. After 6 minutes, you remove your tray out of your mouth, you slip your trays with the molded putty into the box, and then you ship it off to Just Retainers, and you wait and they ship you back your retainer. The type of retainers that you're going to get are the Clear S6 retainers, and they are made with high quality, just as you would get at your regular orthodontist. Whereas you might pay $300 for uppers and lowers, at Just Retainers you can get both the upper and lowers for $115. But if you go on ahead and use my promo code, you will get an additional 10% off, and you also get free shipping with Just Retainers. Additionally, you can also get molds, 3D molds of your teeth, so that if you ever have to get retainers again, you don't have to go through the impression process. You can actually send in your molds, and you can get those for $35. You can also purchase additional insurance with Just Retainers, and there's no limit on how many times you want to use it, but it will just cost you $35 for a replacement pair of retainers instead of $115 to redo your impressions. I do advise that if you go through Just Retainers for your retainers, I can't stress enough how important it is to have 3D molds of your teeth. My orthodontist did not offer 3D molds to me, but Just Retainers did. And it really helps cut down the time, and it shortens the process of you being able to get your retainers back to you in a timely manner, because you don't have to go through the impression process. You can just ship your molds in, and then they will ship you your molds back along with your new retainers. Before, they also only gave you your upper and your lower set of putty with your trays when you purchased your kit. Now they give you an extra set just in case you need it. They've also got new affordable options for you to purchase extra putty if needed, so go check that out. Like I said, I'll have all links in the description below this video for you guys. Another great addition to their improvements is you can text images of your impressions to see and verify that you have done them correctly or incorrectly. I will have that number linked in this video as well in description below this video for you guys. All you have to send them is your name and order number. Instructions and a return label is emailed to you after you have placed your order and your order has shipped. In case you're wondering about the return label, that is used for you to put back on the original box that your stuff came in, and you'll put it over this and then you will ship it back, so it is no cost to you for shipping. After you've done that, you will receive your clear Essex retainers as well as a case. The total retail for upper and lower retainers and impression kit is $115. But if you use my code Kimberly's Journey 10, you will get an additional 10% off, making your total $103.50. Okay guys, so I'm just as excited as you are watching this video to see how well this putty works and how accurate I can get it. Let's fingers crossed hope that I get it right the first time, because last time it took me 3 tries. But luckily you get an extra free set of putty in case you have any mishaps. Let's get started. Honestly, I can say just from doing my upper impression, I'm pretty sure I got it right, because the one thing that they want to look for is they want to see that you also got your gum line above the teeth. And as you can see, sorry if you see any of my saliva, you can see that I got my gum line. I struggled getting the gum line, especially above my 2 front teeth, because I have receding gum tissue. So I have a lot of teeth that's really long and narrow. But you know what? This putty did the job, and I think that their improvements are amazing, because I really hope that I did it right and don't have to redo it. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to send them a picture and verify that I did it right so that you guys can even see for yourself. So let's go ahead and do the bottoms next and see how we do on those. Okay guys, I hope I did this one right. I'm feeling a little uneasy on this one, but the one thing that I have noticed with these trays is they feel like they're a little bit longer. Like I have my wisdom teeth, so getting every tooth in there is a little difficult. As you can see, I barely clipped my wisdom tooth there, which I can just ask them if they can just remove the wisdom teeth in my retainers. So if you have your wisdom teeth, you can ask them to do that. However, you do want to make sure by doing that, it doesn't mess up your bite because all your teeth need to come together. But I may see if they can't cut those out, if that's the only thing that would affect this right here. But as you can see, I've also got a bonded permanent retainer there, and that is safe to use with their retainer putty here. So don't be, you know, worried that it might mess that up or it might clip it off your teeth or anything like that, because it won't do that. This is many impressions later that I have gone through just retainers, and on the lowers it has not affected my bonded retainer at all. And make sure that whenever you do your impressions, that you make sure your teeth are already clean and flossed. You don't want anything in your teeth when you do these impressions because it will capture that. You also want to make sure your hands are thoroughly washed before you mix your putty together, just to keep germs down and make sure that you have nothing on your hands that will transfer to the putty and then your teeth. Anything can affect your impressions. So just make sure you do everything accordingly to your instructions that you get in your email after you've made your purchase. Once your items have shipped, you will then receive your shipping label as well as your instructions on how to go through with the process. But you can refer back to my video here and follow along with me here on this video if you would like to do that as well. So real quickly, what I'm going to do is send them a picture of my impressions and see what they say. Hopefully I got it right. If not, I have another set of free putty that they sent with the kit, which you guys will get as well, just in case. Alright guys, so I went on ahead and actually emailed the company back because I didn't have an order number to be able to send a picture of my impressions to that number that I was telling you guys that you can text to get verification whether your molds were done correctly or incorrectly. My lowers, as I kind of had a little bit of a feeling about, I did not get those 100% right. I needed a little more pressure on the back right side. One thing I want to point out is that this putty also easily, look at that, it's like silicone, it easily removes from the tray so that you can reuse the tray. But because they do give you an extra set of putty, I can actually redo my impressions again. This time it's a make it or break it deal. I don't have any extra putty, so if I need more putty, if I still do not get it right, they do have 4 options to make it more affordable for you to get additional putty. So let's try this again. Okay, I think I did this one right. Oh, there's a lot of saliva. The bottom builds up a lot of saliva, so make sure you've got a towel to hold there. Once you've done your impressions and you verified that you did them right, you can ship them back in the box that your kit originally came in, and then use the shipping label that they email you after your product had shipped. Place that over the box and ship it to them, and then wait approximately a week or so and you get your retainers back. My retainers came back in this nice white case. It's very simple. There's nothing fancy to it. It's just your retainers. That's all you need. But I got both uppers and lowers. Here are my lowers. And because I did have a permanent bonded retainer on my lowers, you can see actually where they had fixed it so that it would fit over that. They kind of bubbled it out right here and smoothed it where you didn't actually get the impressions of the back of my teeth. They kind of bubbled it out a little bit. But these are my lowers, and then here are the uppers. As you can see here, very good quality retainers, just as good as what you would get at your orthodontist. And it's got my wisdom teeth in there with it as well. So there's the uppers, and then here's the lowers. See? Now, after a while, it takes a little bit of clamping down to get them to adhere to the teeth really good because they are new, they're really tight. very tight to get on and off, but you get a nice case to keep them in. And like I said, if you got the $45 insurance, if anything goes wrong with your retainers within the first year, you can actually get a replacement for only $35. I also recommend that you get your 3D molds, as mentioned earlier in this video. You can actually get those for an additional $35. This will prevent you from having to do more impressions with the putty. You don't have to worry about buying more putty to do impressions because you've already got your 3D molds. So if you've got 3D molds from your previous orthodontist, you can send those in, or you can actually go ahead and get 3D molds through Just Retainers and send those in if you ever need future retainers. Here are mine. As you can see, pretty crazy, huh? So it's got all my teeth, all 32. And these are nice to have on hand. They're very durable. I keep them in a drawer, but if you have a case or somewhere that you can store them to prevent them from getting cracked or broken, that's ideal too. I want to thank Just Retainers for giving me this second opportunity to bring their new and improved retainers to you guys here on my channel. If you have any questions or comments, post it below or check out the links in the description below this video and head over to Just Retainers. Also check out my previous video so that you can compare Just Retainers product with today's product. It's a little bit different, but it's a lot easier to use, a lot easier to get your teeth molds, and a lot quicker. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and make sure that you hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. Bye guys.